I'm just acting Chicallywood.
Let me ask you this: on the technical side, when you're writing or putting a script together, what tools do you use? Like for somebody that's new, like what is a format to put a script in, like, or what's some programs? Like,
So I know for a very long time, Final Draft has been a
yeah,
it's been a format that is
yeah,
acceptable in the industry. So I would say Final Draft is definitely one of those things that people are like, okay, at least you got that.
yeah,
So yeah, as far as like technicalities, now I know that there are ways to do things and there are ways to not do things. I believe in just getting it done.
You know what? I agree. Look, you know what? My first script that I wrote was in Microsoft Excel. I know that sounds crazy because it was like I was putting lines in brackets, and it was like very different because I didn't know like how this worked, and then I would put it in WordPress and all this other stuff like that, and I didn't know what parentheticals and all this other stuff was, and I didn't know the proper format of a script. But the thing was that the script was so dope that the actors was like, you know what, we get what you're doing, we get where you're going with this, and it's dope. But then that's when I was like, okay, I gotta kind of come correct. So I learned the formatting of a script, like who says what, understanding like the interior of a room, the time, the day, because I wanted to be so descriptive to make sure that when I'm getting my point across in whatever story I'm creating and telling, that the actors are living in that world, you know? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, so I guess for anybody that's watching this, you know, so it's like you said, get it done.
Get it done. And I mean, you always start with what you have, because you don't know what you don't have until you understand what you do have, right? So it's like, give yourself enough respect to say that I don't have to know it all right now. But I feel something. It's coming through me. I see it. I have the vision for it. And I have the responsibility, shall I take that on, to bring it to life, right? There are people that can't write, that can't read, that can't count, and they'll blow you away. They'll blow you away.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that you can't let anything stop you, right?
Yeah.
Be careful about what you consider to be a limitation, because somebody would consider not knowing how to write a script or how to funnel a script through Final Draft a limitation, and then they won't bring their story to life. You did not consider that a limitation. You were focused on bringing the story to life.
Yeah.
So it got done. And later on, you were like, okay, let me finesse this a little bit.
Right.
Now understanding not only have I been told, oh, you need to use interior and exterior, but suddenly it makes sense that I want this scene. This scene is an interior scene.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now I'm going to put interior because I understand that I need to put interior because it's inside.
Yeah.
And I get to express that, not because somebody told me you got to do it and this is the only way that it's going to be. No, you figure, oh, it makes sense. You know, there's so many things that we do just to do them like a robot, but it's so much more gratifying when you can understand, oh, and this is why you do that.
Yeah. I mean, so deep.
I prefer to do that.
I like that.
I prefer to do that.
Yeah, that's key, because I go against the rules a lot when it comes down to, because here's the thing about creating is no rules, it's only suggestions. So
This whole world is one big suggestion. It spins on the power of suggestion. That's why we have so many commercials, because if I can't convince you that you need it and that you want it, then it doesn't get bought. Everything is a suggestion.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay. So let's segue into this. So Chicago is known as a big theater city. You know, seeing that used to be in LA, and you've seen the market out there, which is interesting because I'm taking that particular market in Chicago and thus this hybrid place of Chicallywood. Which one do you like more? Do you like doing stage, or do you like doing theater? You know, where because I asked a lot of actors this, and every answer is different. But I know theater, you pretty much have one shot to get it. Film, you had multiple takes.
Yes.
You know, what do you prefer, or what do you like?
I have a healthy respect for both because it still always involve you being 100% present.
Yeah.
At least for me, if you want to enjoy it. If I want to enjoy it, it involves me being present in the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, in film, you get an opportunity in being in several moments, even the same moments over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Theater is a heartbeat. And what I love about theater is, and I've expressed this before, it is a living organism.
Ooh, deep.
You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like, it doesn't, I'm on stage, but guess what? You are too. You're as much a part of this performance as I am.
Yeah.
This performance does not exist without you taking up your role in your seat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like now we have this relationship with performer and audience member.
Yeah.
Or who's really the performer, who's really the audience member.
Yeah. Ooh.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
Because at the point where you can make a move and you know that the audience member felt that,
Yeah.
oh, we in this together, baby. We in this together.
Nice.
So it's like a, I don't want to call it a manipulation of energies. I want to call it a synergy of souls. And I sound so cryptic.
No.
But
look, it's deep, man. It gets so deep.
because it's spiritual. It's spiritual. I think that acting in general is spiritual. Creating is spiritual. Production is spiritual. You're literally taking a thought out of air, and you're bringing it to life.
Yeah.
By one hand, by many. You're still bringing it to life. You're bringing the audience to life.
Yeah.
The audience is bringing you to life. We're all born a little bit for the next.
Yeah.
Right? So I think theater is just sharing that heartbeat, understanding that it's alive. It's alive. It's breathing. You cannot fake the funk.
Yeah.
You can't fake the funk on screen.
Tell me more about
Because
that.
there's that part too.
Yeah.
Right? So theater gives you this instant gratification.
Yeah.
You know exactly where you are, how you are,
Yeah.
with everyone else. If you're so lucky to be present in that. And not caught up in, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Because that would just close the curtain.
Yeah.
It never opens up if you're only thinking about you. There's no, you can't fake the funk on camera, right? People can always feel if it's coming from a real place to answer that, right? I always say this, and if you hear anybody else say it, they probably heard me say it. But then again, who am I? Right? But I personally am never interested in being seen. I want to be felt. If somebody feels you, you will always be seen. If somebody see you, you can always be forgotten about. You want that here. I don't want to be seen. I want to be felt. So I hate to be on camera and we're getting a shot. If I didn't feel that, I don't care who's watching. They didn't feel that. That wasn't an experience for them. It wasn't an experience for me.
Yeah.
So now that we're in these characters, and again, because for me it's spiritual, right? I could have been involved in any industry that I wanted to. Like, I'm a smart person. I'm a respectable person. I come in, I get the job done. I'm a team player. I pretty much can climb anywhere I go. Right? Not because I want to, I'm trying to run over, but because I'm interested in the well-being of everybody being their best. Right? That can take you places. It can keep you in places as well. So filming, it's the acting world, this industry has caused me to exercise something called faith. Because a lot of different jobs put you in the 1 + 1 = 2. You go to school for these many years and you can get this job, or you do this way and then that's what's going to get the promotion. You know, this industry, there is no 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
It's like how it happens is how it happens, and you have to have a lot of belief in self, belief in doors opening
Yeah.
that you can't do by your own hand, right?
Right.
So it's a spiritual space for me to even be involved in this industry. I chose this industry for me because it exercised faith. I'm on a mission to see how magical this thing could get.
Wow.
I'm invested in that. So I look at this and I come at this all from
Yeah.
a spiritual space.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to think so, right?
yeah.
So characters now.
Yeah.
I'm just going on and on. and
No,
on.
look, this is the platform to express. So if you have
Going
to,
on and on and on.
you know, because I want people to see like this is, you know, this is real, you know.
And this is how I roll. This is what it is for me, right? So these characters first arrive from thought.
Mm-hmm.
It arises from a place where they were crafted by some form of influence,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that starts there. You have your thought, and then it's put to paper,
Right.
right? So now you're playing around with dabbling in moving people, places, and things and
Yeah.
creating, and that's on paper. So now you're exercising not only thought, but you're exercising word, you're exercising writing the vision.
Yeah.
And then you write the vision, and now you're going to pull people together and you're going to exercise producing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And now you're sitting here and what is this life about? Producing, right? Like the trees. A tree is just not a tree. It's giving you oxygen, it's giving you food. It's about production. If we're not producing, then we're not living.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this whole thing is living.
Right.
Okay. So now you get an actor, which for me, I take my mind out of this state of being an actor. I am a vessel, right?
Yeah.
I am a vessel.
Yeah.
So I don't look at a performance. I'm like, we're not performing. That's a prayer that's coming through you.
I'm just acting Chicallywood.